Nah, that's what you want.
No.
You want me to come in here and say, hey, if you having kids, then you are not in the home, you a shitty person.
That ain't what I said.
You a shitty dad and you a shitty mom.
That ain't what I said.
That's what he wants me to say. That's what he wants. He wants me to say to get your life together and stop having children. Don't make it seem like abortion is the problem. The problem is you.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of The Great Deliberators. I am one of your hosts, Mr. Imperator Rose.
It's your boy DK.
And one time for our boy L Bean.
Say your name, make your name ring.
Say your name.
Here we go.
Make your name ring. How's everybody doing this week, man?
And I'm blessed.
Blessed.
I'm out here doing a draft. You know, it's football season.
Talk to your mans, dog.
I had to look. I don't know what you want me to do. Multitask.
This man decided to record today on a day that he had a draft.
Yeah.
And not only just any type of draft. This man is in an 18-man league.
Yep.
Crazy work.
Man, somebody got Xavier Worthy. I'm pissed.
Crazy work.
All right, let's do this, man.
Look, see, over here talking about whatever. Anyway, before we get into it, y'all, I need to make sure I mention this. This Thursday, y'all, it's finally happening. In case I explained the interview process the last time, but this Thursday should be what is my final interview for potentially a career level job.
When will you find out? Like after Thursday?
I don't know. I'm assuming either early next week.
Probably the week after.
Possibly even Friday. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be a panel interview. I don't know if it's just with the
hopefully it's just
operation manager.
It's an offer.
I swear I'm praying to God. Dog. I'm praying that it's just all like, honestly, this was just a formality. We just kind of
we already know.
Yeah, we didn't watch all them videos.
So what we gonna do? We gonna call you on Monday. Enjoy your weekend,
dog.
Enjoy your weekend. Matter of fact, you don't have to even go to work tomorrow. Enjoy your weekend. You're gonna come in, do the offer letter, sign all that on Monday. Go do some HR things, and then we'll get you started. Probably.
I promise. I just want my homie to stick his hand out and be like, "Yeah, we'll draw the paperwork right now." Cause dog, it's like I promise, but it's been such a long process. But at the same time, I understand like the level that this position is. So in which case, just because based off of what it is, naturally it was going to be an extensive interview process. You know, you was looking at 2 to 3 interviews regardless. But it's been way more extensive than what I thought it would be. But I'm happy to be in the last 3. And y'all pray for your boy because, again, this opportunity is life-changing. So, in which case, hopefully things go well Thursday. And, you know what I'm saying, your boy gets the gig. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Let's get to the pod.
With that being said, man, let's go ahead and let's get into it. So, we got some interesting topics here today, man. One, I'm going to go ahead and pull it up because I thought it was kind of, you know what I'm saying, unique. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a question that really gets the juices going because, honestly, it kind of depends, right? This comes from on-site. I seen it while I was scrolling down my timeline. It says, I'm sorry, a car comes before apartment. A car can be used to increase funds and to get your apartment. An apartment ain't going to help you get to and from work.
Here's the reality. It depends on like your perspective. Mm-hmm. You can do an apartment, do what we do, and like pod, and that thing might make some type of money or stream or do whatever because you have a place to stay and we are able to put something.
It's a lot of work you got to put into it though.
Well, no, I got you. Yeah. I'm just saying like, or you could utilize an apartment as a workspace still. Mm-hmm. Yeah. In 2024 as something remotely that you can make money off of. So I just don't want to make it seem as if like, you know. The only thing that trumps it for me is that if I'm that down and out where I'm having to decide between both. But that's the thing though. You have to decide. And that's what I'm saying. If I'm that down and out, I would tell you for a fact I would do a car because I can live in my vehicle the same way I would live in an apartment. Yeah. And I would do it like without like any kind of pride and just get it done. Okay. Probably for a few months until I can afford to get an apartment and use my vehicle to do that. But that's the only thing I would say is that at that point I don't need a space. I need the ability to travel at free will more than anything, and I can use this vehicle as a place for me to rest and lay my head because that's all the fuck I should be doing if I can't afford both.
Okay, respectfully. I got you.
But yeah,
I mean, so the thing is my problem with reading into the question is that there's too many variables.
It's a lot. So, that's why I try to break it down the way I broke it down.
Yeah. Like, so it makes sense, and I respect that decision. So my thing is how close do I live to my work, right? Because if I'm a 30-minute walk, well, I'm choosing the apartment, right? You know what I'm saying? Because either way, I could buy a poncho and rain boots. No matter what the rain or no matter what the occasion.
Now, leaving in Houston, I was just thinking to myself in Houston, this is not a place to walk.
It's not. Don't get me wrong.
This is not a place.
Don't get me
to
wrong.
walk.
But so, where I live, I mean, they got sidewalks from that highway all the way back down there to that highway. So it's doable in this area.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
If you working out. Yeah.
So if you live in this area, matter of fact, save up a little change, you get a bike. That shortens your trip significantly. You know what I'm saying. So in which case, another thing I take into account, you know what I'm saying, is like you were talking about is public transportation. You know what I'm saying? Because metro exists in almost every city, major metropolitan area. You know what I'm saying?
This is it's a stupid debate because
I don't know if it is.
No, but I'm just saying like it's a stupid debate because
it's not black and white. Is what I'm saying.
Like this is like there's too much that we can.
Yeah, it's way too many variables. But I was gonna land to where you land, which is basically. But if I had to have one, I think I'm choosing a car. Now the only downside to because it's another variable. If I live in Houston, I don't know if I could choose the car because it's actually unhealthy and risky to sleep in your car due to the heat here. But if I live in Colorado,
but I would work. I would work in the day. See, I'm also thinking like, okay, if I have a car, I'm working during the day, and I would only go to sleep at night.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, damned if wait, what are you talking about? Sleeping during the day?
Not during the day. But I'm saying
I'll be riding Uber. I'll be riding Uber
at night though.
But don't matter. I'll be riding Uber and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And if it was at night, I would have to go get me some type of fan that's battery powered that I can put in my car and keep me as cool as possible. Get a bag of ice with a battery fan and keep that shit going.
Okay, all right. Yeah, but I mean,
see, I'm not gonna lie to you. Look, I'll figure it out.
Yeah,
I'll figure it out.
I mean, I
would go get a cooler. I swear to you, get a fan, put that thing in there, let it blow out while I'm asleep. Yeah, it's gonna melt, no problem. I got cool air at least for about 5-6 hours.
Okay, yeah. But also think about the safe factor, right? Because Houston ain't a safe city.
I'm gonna be strapped up.
Yeah, but
I would be.
But you sleep though. But you sleep. So
I got you. But once I hear a noise,
but I'm saying, but that noise might be a nigga.
I'm gonna have a sticker that say
that noise might be a nigga tapping on your window with a blinky. Nigga.
No problem. Then I guess you decided to kill a nigga tonight. But I'm just telling you that I would definitely. If I didn't have no money, dog, I'm getting a car and I'm living out my car.
I feel like personally, if I was a woman, I'm probably gonna choose an apartment. As a man, possibly then I'm probably gonna get the car. But again,
that is another variable.
Yeah, that's another variable, bro. Like,
because I'm saying, female, ain't no way.
Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way. Hey, yo, if I got to use these niggas for rides back and forth to work, that's what I would do, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's so many variables that you got to take into account to really answer this question.
That's a good one.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's black and white. The way they answered it, the way that person answered it was all like, nah, I get it. Don't get me wrong. That makes sense, right? Because the ability to be mobile is trumped by just, you know what I'm saying, a place to sleep. Because again, your car can be a place to sleep.
Factual statement.
But at the same time, it's a lot you ain't taking into account because in the city of Houston,
I'm not really worried about that.
Hey,
I would be.
I'm just saying, in the city of Houston.
Because I'm also thinking whatever kind of apartment I go to, it's probably gonna be not. It's probably also not gonna be safe if I got to decide between them.
Now you like it's
so
gonna be
safety's
safe.
not a factor, to be honest. And if you're a female, maybe the apartment isn't the best option. You know what I'm saying? Like for the moment you get to your car to the apartment, like
because depending on where you stay, it ain't safe.
So if we decided between that, safety's not really a variable.
It's still a variable, dog.
Both are very unsafe situations, but I got you.
Yeah. But yeah, it's
man.
I'm still gonna choose the car.
Next to a police station, just
swear to God.
Yeah,
swear to God.
Sleep next to a police station.
Hey, but can they get on you for sleeping in your car?
I don't know, but I'll take the risk.
Remember that's how that one dude got shot at Wendy's, man.
That's crazy.
It's because he was sleeping in his car.
Yeah, he wasn't. You should have done it at the police station. Sorry, come on, man. Let's go.
I'm just saying.
Let's go.
I wouldn't sleep in no police station. I feel unsafe there. You know what I'm saying? Hospital's probably where I would go.
That's a good one. I like that.
Hospital, fire station, someplace like that.
No, not a fire station.
Why not?
Because they call the cops. Hospital.
No, fire station.
Hospital. They're just gonna assume you have somebody in there. You have somebody in there who's like going through something,
and you go to a different hospital every day.
Swear to God.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Hey, did we just solve this? Man, we are solution based in this
out there, and you need a place to sleep at night in your car. Go to a hospital.
Yeah. You could also just lie and say you hurting and sleep in a hospital.
A state funded hospital, preferably, because them private hospitals might look at you like, wait, what?
Yeah, they might. They a little bougie.
Yeah, use the public hospitals. All right, here we go. Next.
Okay. All right, man. So here, I'm gonna run this video, man. It was a video of a lady named Dr. I forget her name, Dr. Bryant. She was on Cam Newton's pod, and they were having an interesting discussion about some things going on in Cam Newton's life. We're gonna run that video here real quick, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna.
How do people see my situation and not think that I'm not high functioning?
What situation?
Okay, so I'm not married. I have beautiful children.
How many?
8.
By how many women?
3. And this is the kicker. I want more.
By multiple women? What's the intent of this or by your wife?
I just want God to bring them.
Oh, okay.
My desire to get married is lower than my fear of divorce. So, as you had said, Dr. Brian, you said it, I didn't say it, I will agree. I'm just taking my time.
You're not taking your time.
I am, though.
You're being very action-based. You're not taking your time.
I'm taking my time.
You're being very action-based. You have 8 kids with 3 different women.
Yes.
You are creating, procreating, and multiplying. That is not taking your time. You're being very selectively active. Okay? So you're creating, and disclaimer, the kids are innocent, they are beautiful and amazing. Anything I say has nothing to do with them babies. But you are proactively choosing where you want to be active at and where you want to take your time. You want to take your time in having a wife because of your own fears. But you will, and I say this with all respect and love, what I'm about to say next, okay, Cam? But you will selfishly create broken families, even if you're in their life and you're a proactive father, and I believe you're an amazing daddy. I can only imagine with just your presence and knowing you. But these families are still broken. Every child cannot have Poppa in the house with them. So some child, if not all, will end up with some kind of deficit without daddy being there. Now, you chose to do that. I'm not saying you sat there and woke up one morning and said, I want to be selfish today, so I'm going to go make a baby. Not saying that at all. But those are selfish acts at the expense of your fear. And yeah, that is a low functioning behavior to say that I'm going to build these houses and put kids and these beautiful women and kids in them, but I ain't going to create a home in them. I'm going to wait till I dissipate my fear to find a wife where I'm still going to be fearful with, because there's no such thing as not having some type of nerve or some type of feeling behind marrying somebody. And then I'm going to build a home with her while all these other beautiful babies have houses. That's completely unfair and that's selfish. And so, yes, you're taking your time in this department, but you're not taking your time in this department, which means you're compartmentalizing. And compartmentalizing never works. Compartmentalizing hurts everybody involved. Everybody who's in this box and that box and this box and that box and this box. And then here you go over here trying to figure out what box you're going to feed or entertain or do. Then you're looking outside to figure out who's your next victim to put in the box. It's unhealthy.
Had a little issue there. We good. Okay. Run that round of applause for sure. So we had a conversation over this a while back. I think probably in the very first season, around when the Nick Cannon shit was going on. You know what I'm saying? And it seemed like every month.
What was my take?
Huh? I don't know. Your take is always on this. Man, I don't know if it works. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I'm pretty black.
Hold on. Fatality. Hold on. What the fuck was that, dog?
that was my take. That's you. I don't know if it works. You know what I'm saying? Like man. Me, I'm pretty black and white on some things. You know what I'm saying? On this, it's very clear, dog. The data is clear. Like we no longer have to. I remember you was pretty much like, I mean, I can't tell you if it works or not. I just know that like I personally wouldn't do it, and
that's pretty black. I feel like that's
and that's your take. I'm 10 toes down on this. It absolutely doesn't fucking work. I mean, the data is clear. We know that a 2-parent household is the optimal solution for children. For you to create homes where that doesn't occur, And on top of that, create a ton of them, right? Like we ain't talking 2 or 3 kids here.
I see what you're saying. You want me to shit on.
No, I want you.
That's what you want. That's what you want. No. You want me to come in here and say, hey, if you having kids, and you are not in the home, you a shitty person.
That ain't what I said.
You a shitty dad and you a shitty mom.
That ain't what I said.
That's what he wants me to say. That's what he wants. He wants me to say to get your life together and stop having children. Don't make it seem like abortion is the problem. The problem is you. We talk about choice. Don't procreate with motherfuckers who not.
I ain't say that.
No, isn't that what you want? Come on, let's
No. I'm saying is your thought process is.
No, I'm offended.
No. Hold on, wait. Listen.
Ahead.
I'm gonna land here. You clearly don't agree with it because you said you wouldn't do it.
Okay, bet.
But then you back door and say, well, I can't say if it works or not.
I can't.
I'm saying, okay, and that's you though, but I'm saying me.
I've never experienced it. Have you experienced it?
I'm 10 toes down. I know a lot of friends. I got a lot of people I know, and them niggas is
no doubt
off.
No doubt. But I also do have friends who have a 2-parent household, and they are also off.
Okay, well, most of my friends that came from 2-parent households, them niggas are thriving in life.
Look, man,
they married and got children.
Like I said, I don't have kids. I don't have kids.
And are foundational men in their communities.
I don't have kids. So
I mean, I get what you're saying, right? But you also ain't got 3 or 4 baby mamas, right?
No, not at all.
Would you ever do that?
No, not at all.
Why? Because you had an example, right?
I need peace. It's not even about. It's not even about that. I just need peace.
Yeah. I
need peace, and that don't seem like a peaceful life.
And the thing is, I don't want to make it seem like having 2 parents is also black and white either. Like just because you had 2 parents growing up, you're gonna become an outstanding member of society.
There's so much more that goes into it.
I get all of that, right? But we know that the data is clear.
Yeah, the likelihood, the probability.
But I'm saying that children suffer,
no doubt,
when there aren't 2 parents outside. And for you to do it intentionally isn't just selfish; it's fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
That part. And that's the part that I think is. That's the part I think is very important. Say. What Cam Newton is pretty much, see, he came in there with so much bravado and so much confidence at the beginning of it. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, doctor, taking my time and like trying to make it seem as if like, you know what I'm saying? I got you. It's checkmate. And then she like, no, that is a what was the word she used? Low functioning behavior. Low functioning behavior. That's that thought process is crazy.
It is.
That you think that like you just gonna procreate, build a home, put them there, and because you financially you're financially taking care of business, or you're there in person, this, that, and the third. Like you're intentionally doing this stuff, and you're sitting confident as you do it. There is no sense of accountability of like, damn, am I like let me I fucked up the first time. Let me get right by at least the second time. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm kind of like, look, I know it's not preferred, but I'm hopeful that somebody was able to learn from like one experience.
But he's not. He had 8.
And that's why I say it's that part.
Yeah,
you're going into it with the intent of like, I already know I'm not worried. I'm not marrying you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not there to marry you. Yeah. But I'm willing to have, you know what I'm saying? I'm willing to plant my seed in you and create a family. I'll put you up, call it a day, and keep it pushing. But until I'm ready. And that is literally what he said before she broke it down to that nigga. You know what I'm saying? That to me is the problem for men out here who haven't learned, who after the first time like, all right, I don't want no more baby mamas. Yeah. That's where I can sit up there and say, okay, you made a mistake. Even for the women, you know what I'm saying. But when you have that mentality that runs rampant into the community, that's the fucking problem.
But see, my issue is, and the reason why I stay 10 toes down on it is because them niggas will try to pretend like it's not a problem.
Yes, and I agree. It is a problem.
And so I'm saying like that's my entire issue. And then like she said, I don't actually believe that that either him nor Nick Cannon are trying to destroy people's lives. You know what I'm saying? Like
they don't view it as destroying people's lives. They view it as it's really a narcissistic way of life. It is. But to tell you the truth, it is they're justifying it so well that it's like, dog, do you not see past your narcissism?
They don't. But see, here's the thing. But in fairness, I don't think it's actively malicious. You get what I'm saying? So listen, some of these people.
Okay, fine. It's not actively malicious, but it's malicious. It's okay.
We're not arguing that part.
The intent behind it is malicious, in my opinion, because you're actively doing something that is so broken, even though it is legal.
And you're being told constantly that your behavior
the
is
whole
wild.
argument, the part of your fame is the argument of what you're actively doing.
Yeah.
Part of Nick Cannon's fame is like, dog, you have like what 8 baby mamas? I don't even know.
Especially,
I don't know how many.
I think it's like 5.
Okay, damn.
Yeah.
It's just, bro, what are you doing?
It's crazy. Yeah.
You literally got with Mariah Carey, planted twins in her and called it and dipped. What are we doing?
Well, no, I think Mariah was the only woman he loved. And I think what sent him probably spiraling down was just which leads back into like this bigger point, which is
deal with your issues.
Listen, I get that I want to be fair. To a certain extent, I can't understand where a lot of men come from, right? Like, sure, I've been hurt by women before too, right? But at the same time, listen, I don't know who needs to hear this, but like you're not more of a man because now you're dogging women. What you actually are, you're a sensitive individual. Because somebody hurt you, now you're on a rampage to just, you know what I'm saying, dog every woman, you know what I'm saying? We might be getting off topic here a little bit, but you know, you're just gonna dog every woman and you know, I'm so afraid of like relationships and commitment and shit like that, right? Like really you're a sensitive ass nigga that like can't get over the pain that you once felt in life. You know what I'm saying? And although I kind
of feel like I might be one of these niggas.
I could understand. Listen, I can understand being hesitant. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe I don't go into that.
But I'm saying it's the dog and the woman part that be getting me. You know what I'm saying? If you hesitant to commitment because you know what I'm saying, like, oh, you've been hurt.
Don't leave a trail of like bullshit behind you as you're dealing with your issues.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying, bro. Okay. Like why you dogging women?
Thank you.
Why you dogging? Yeah, I'm just,
Lee,
let me
you're a piece of shit.
I'm on with today, nigga. Just hammering niggas.
Golly.
No, but I'm saying, bro, like, no, like you don't realize that, like, hey, you acting like a bitch, dog. Yeah. Like, I'm just saying. Like, it's one thing, like I said, to be standoffish, guard up, you know what I'm saying? Because women like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, they've been hurt, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's hard for them to be vulnerable. Cool, right? You as a man, you got feelings, understandable. But at the same time, like, why you dogging women? Like, that's crazy, bro. Like, you ain't expressing nothing but pain through that shit. Like, you just hurt, bro, so get that shit together. But getting back on topic, understand Cam's sentiments, right? And so the thing is like, we don't need to, let's not remove the fact that, like, unfortunately for Cam is in a spotlight where he don't really know who he can trust. So that fear of divorce over wanting marriage is somewhat justified, especially from somebody like Cam Newton, because you don't know who's for you and who's not for you. You know what I'm saying? Especially in somebody that was, at his time, probably the face of the NFL coming, especially that Super Bowl run, right? Like at that point, we were thinking, yo, Cam about to run this thing for at least the next 3 or 4 years. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't know
and the way his career took a nosedive because he didn't dive on that ball, man.
That was wild.
That was like,
I think the next year wasn't all that bad, but
it wasn't the same thing.
No.
I mean, that was like the expectation of the Super Bowl. Like,
I mean, yeah, once you make it to the Super Bowl, the expectation is always getting back there.
Bro, it's like the more success you get, the harder it gets to maintain.
But NFL, the league of parity, unless you're Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, pretty much.
Patrick Mahomes he's actually on trajectory better than Tom Brady.
Yeah. But. Okay. Hold on. But with that being said, though, you gotta. I don't want to remove the fact that, like, yo, some of his fears are justified, right? Like, we can't pretend like he can just walk into a bar and make the same type of connection that we can, right? Like, he constantly has to think about whether or not this woman is trying to use him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I understand that, you know, but at the same time, for you to actively be creating children, like, I'd be Gucci, like, if he was just doing that with one woman but just didn't want to get married. You know what I'm saying? Like, even that would make more sense for what you say you're trying to do. Like, I'm gonna remain committed to you. I'm here for you, but I don't want to be married. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just something I can't get over. Maybe I can work through that. Maybe the women say, no, I can't do that. I want a commitment.
It's kind of wild. Like, it's kind of wild how confident he was, like, sounding at the beginning of that. Like, I think that's what's just crazy because it's just
narcissism.
Like, dog, I want to be able to say, okay, like, you know, I don't know what it was like to make that kind of money at that age and just doing whatever. But you just out here saying it, like, yeah, I'm being my kid. I'm speaking my truth.
But
I'm being a king.
But we know that's just a front.
But
we know that's a front for hiding fear, though.
Like, dog, come on. What are you saying right? 3 baby mamas? Does this not sound stressful to you?
8 kids.
Does it not sound stressful to you?
They don't live with him. No, it's not stressful to him. that man gets to walk.
It seems
move.
mentally stressful to me.
Huh? No, bro. He gets to walk, move, and do what he want, like as a single man. But he gets to father children with women that he don't have to really make a commitment to.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That are dimes.
That's all I'm saying. Like, Cam living his best life. But again, like I said, I'm not trying to. I don't want to absolve the fact that like there's some reason for him to be concerned about relationships. There is. I would imagine that like it's harder for him.
He probably has been in the situations where it's like
or seeing homies.
He's probably been fuck the homies. He's probably been in situations where he just knew off the bat what time it was and what they were trying to do.
Oh, of course.
If not from one of these baby mamas.
Yeah, because Cam ain't an idiot. I mean, Cam got sense. You know what I'm saying?
I saw him at the Chelsea game.
Word?
Yeah, with one of his kids.
Okay.
There's two of them actually,
and he's probably a great father. You know what I'm saying?
She said it. Like you're probably a part of their lives.
You're probably a great father.
But you check in and you check out.
Mm-hmm. And he can do that. And you're gonna have to do that when you got 8 kids in 3 different homes. That's it's impossible, dog. No way he talked to every one of his kids every day.
There's no way.
It ain't possible. He might talk to a kid maybe once or twice a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's unfair to that child. That's all I'm saying, because that child didn't have a fair shot. It's one thing to have a child, you know what I'm saying, you're building a relationship and that relationship doesn't work out, but you went into it with the intent to be a part of this woman's life and that child's life, but now you can only be a part of the child's life because it didn't work out with you and that woman, and that's an entirely different conversation. But this entire thing where, and I think this notion of how they create these arguments of like being on like different wavelengths and seeing the world different and seeing love different. To me, all of that is like, I used to try to give people credit and benefit of the doubt, but all of that is bullshit and just a front to want to do whatever you want and just act, you know what I'm saying, wild out here and just create broken homes, man. You know what I'm saying? I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but the way he said that shit, I guarantee you, if she would have allowed him to speak a little bit more, he'd have went into some old deep, dark philosophy about how, you know, I see the world different and all that. Man, hey, shut up, man. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. You bullshitting. And anybody with any level of common sense can see straight through that shit. So ain't nobody trying to hear that, dog. You know what I'm saying? But again, don't have to go too much on this topic anymore, man, but it's just wild to me that like he could sit there with a straight face and say that shit, and either, because it's one or two options here. He's either so oblivious to it and so rooted into his own narcissism that he's blinded by it, or you an absolute asshole, bro, and you just fucking people's lives up for no reason. But okay, but there's a second part to this that I wanted to read because this person had an interesting take. It's a little harsh. It's kind of seemed like something DK would say, but
I didn't think it was harsh.
But at the same time, I think I'm in agreement with this. So let's read it. It says, co-parenting is not a flex. It's a failure. We make the best of our situations, but I feel like the way we talk about it makes people who don't have kids yet think it's a normal, acceptable thing. You don't want to be a baby's mom. You don't want to be a baby's dad. You don't want to miss out on stuff because it's the other parent's day to have the kids. You don't want to spend holidays without your kids because it's the other parent's turn. You want to tuck your kids in every night, not half of the week. Co-parenting is ghetto, 0 out of 10 stars. Do not recommend. Wait, find somebody you really love, get married, and be fruitful. Now, the last part, I mean, it's, again, a lot of variables that either make that shit work or don't work. But ultimately, I do think that, like, as a society, we kind of, you know, not to go all right-wingish, but we kind of allowed a lot of stuff to become acceptable that, like, we should say, like, you know, it's okay to call something a failure. You know what I'm saying? Like, a failure doesn't mean you suck or you failed, but I mean,
we're changing the definition of words at this point.
I mean,
and certain words are canceled. Like, you get canceled for you even saying that it is a failure to not have, like, you know, to be in a broken home is wild.
I mean, your relationship,
you know what I'm saying? It failed. It did not work. Like,
yeah, I mean, like, that's the very definition of it.
You passed the class or you failed the class.
Mm-hmm, yeah,
this failed. You went in with the intent for it to be like this, and it did not. Therefore, it's a failure. And I'm not saying that, but it's okay to identify that it is a failure. I failed a class before. Yeah, I failed. But the reality, bro, the issue that I have with this whole thing is that what she said is factual.
Yeah.
Line by line, factual. We are getting very comfortable with, like, you know, just
accepting any type of behavior.
You know, okay, is you ask a question like, you know, you'll see some females talk about, and I'm talking about on YouTube, so I know this is not all educated women, but someone will get out there and just say something along the lines of like, you know, yeah, I have 2 kids, but me and the baby daddy are blah. Like, dog, no. It's a wrap. And I think the same should go for niggas. There are dudes out here who just have kids who aren't even a part of their lives and just continue to go out, buy sections, this, that, and the third. Mm-hmm. That's the problem. And because we feel like, you know, you get on child support or, you know, it's acceptable, it is not. You're having another child by another woman and you're still not even decided to like be in a committed relationship or be married or something of that nature. Yeah. That's a problem. You guys haven't even made a commitment as a unit, but yet you decide to bring another child into this world.
That's crazy.
It's very selfish. It doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah. Like there's a responsibility in what you have, like the power that you have, but you just willing, like just say, all right, we're just gonna figure it out, hopefully. Mm-hmm. Not knowing that the child you're bringing up is like, you know what I'm saying, in a bad situation or in a bad home or in a broken home. Yeah. But yeah, man. It's sad, but I stand by what I said before. I don't think I did anything wrong. Yeah, I definitely feel like I personally would never do that shit. It seems it seems stressful. No. But hey, I'm not gonna if that's what you guys want to do. No. Because, you know, that's what you want to do. Then go ahead and
if I know you and you doing it, I'm gonna give you the R. Kelly treatment. Like every time my homie bring up R. Kelly, like I get on the ass. If you a homie of mine, well, thank God I ain't got a homie like this. Matter of fact, I wouldn't have a homie like this. But
can we have a quick conversation? Abortion. What are your thoughts on it? And why? Let's just do it real quick.
This is a tough one.
Just real quick.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, because they're both tough. But I just want to know what are your thoughts on it.
My thoughts is I wouldn't do it, but I don't think it should be policed and told what women can do with their body. Because I've heard plenty of arguments about conception that, depending on when I heard them, both arguments make sense. And who knows, when I was 18, 19, who knows what I would have did.
Probably would have done it.
For being honest, probably would have done it.
I mean, let's just keep it.
Probably wouldn't, because my biggest fear was having a child.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, out of wedlock.
It wasn't until you got comfortable in the marriage that you felt like, or I found a great partner.
But I'm saying, like, you asking a married man today. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's a different level of understanding. But my thoughts on abortion is you know what I'm saying? Like, I would try to do everything I could now not to make that happen. But I don't think that the state should have a say-so on what anybody does with their body. And ultimately, this argument really comes down to where you believe life occurs. So,
and that's the
hard part of the argument.
That is the hard part of the argument, because part of me just also goes into this whole of like, so what about Plan B? What about birth control? Mm-hmm. Like,
they're trying to get rid of that.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, they're actively trying to get rid of that. Yeah. So as of right now, Plan B is still okay. And actually, I think in like the harsher states like Alabama, Mississippi, I don't think Plan B is usable anymore.
What about birth control?
Oh no, you still use birth control, but you know the evangelicals are trying to
get rid of that.
Get rid of birth control.
I think that'd be impossible.
We say that.
We say that until it happens.
Say that, but you know we never know. But to touch on it, yeah, it's always a very nuanced and delicate topic to talk about. But if you're gonna ask me, I'm a firm believer in people having their own rights, and to me, I believe that within that first 6 weeks, it seems reasonable and fair game to allow someone to.
You know, and I think that's the word. What is reasonable? Mm-hmm. Like, okay, we can understand. There's you know, just procreating in itself, or you know what I'm saying, or you know, 7 months. Like, what is reasonable? And
I mean, it comes down to your opinion.
This is gonna sound wild. I feel like it's fair to say like 3 months. And the only reason why I say 3 months is because you should also have a gray area period that goes into the side that I disagree with. You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, fine. 3 months is kind of like, all right, look, this is what it is. But after this, we have decided that this is unreasonable now. And now unreasonable means that this, like, unless it has been a certain criteria that falls under this, like, you know
Health concern.
Health concern,
Yeah.
or if, you know, you were in a bad situation that made you, you know what I'm saying, conceive this child. There's so many, you know, things of that nature. Then it's like, okay, I get it. That makes it more of a reasonable territory, so we will allow it. But
be stipulations.
This issue is just so, because I don't like the argument that men shouldn't have a say on. I think we should have a say.
I think you should have a say. So, and anyone that is a part of your lineage, you get what I'm saying? Like,
thank you.
But I'm saying, in general though, I don't know if it should be a bunch of men writing laws regulating a woman's body, though.
No doubt. But the problem is that we vote those men into the positions to write those laws. So that's on us.
But see,
you know what I'm saying?
But here's my thing, though, because to a certain extent, I'm going to disagree, because we know that the overwhelming majority of America is pro-choice. You get what I'm saying? Like, less than 30% of Americans are pro-life. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, but majority of politicians, well, I'm saying not majority of politicians, but obviously politicians are somehow split 50-50 down the line in terms of Republican and Democrats. And, you know, Republicans obviously pro-life, overwhelmingly pro-life, and Democrats
but you do have some
pro-choice.
You do have some, it's overwhelming, but you do have some Democrats that are also, you know what I'm saying?
Pro-life, I got you.
So, you know, this is such a hard subject for me. I'm kind of like in the middle of it. And that's why I feel like I feel like that word reasonable is probably the most needs to be highlighted and boldened. That, like, what is the period that we can just agree on is reasonable and just stick to that.
Well, see, the thing is that the pro-life side, there is no reasonable. There is, like, the moment you into a woman, the moment the noodle injects into the egg. When noodle injects into the egg, that's conception. Like, that's them. That's conception. You know what I'm saying? The microorganism that isn't aware of its existence, that's conception to them.
The Big Bang. Yeah. All right.
Okay. All right. Well, with that being said, man, let's go ahead and let's run into our final topic here. And again, we're gonna end on politics, y'all. But you know what I'm saying? We're gonna try to
this your boy.
Have a decent
This
debate
is your boy. Hey, this is his boy. By the way,
I've been getting it all week, y'all. So this is
ain't this your boy?
I've been getting it all week. It is true.
It's still your boy.
So allow me to explain, though. Okay.
This is why he wanted to make it the final topic. Hey guys, this is my apology to the world.
Oh no, I'm not apologizing.
You standing on it?
I will say this.
You standing on business?
Well, I'm explaining why.
10 toes down.
Once I explain it, I think because I don't know if you know the whole story. Did you read the article? Also, did you know? I know you don't know. So in which case, I'm gonna go ahead and explain it.
Educate me, my brother.
Last week was a tough week, y'all.
It should have been,
because around the beginning of last week, a report started dropping that RFK was probably going to drop out of the race, and it's likely that he was going to endorse Trump. Came Friday morning, he said that he had a major announcement that was going to go down about 9 a.m. And lo and behold, Robert Kennedy dropped out of the race and decided to endorse
diarrhea.
And decided to endorse Trump.
Was that an endorsement? Is that what you called it?
Huh?
You thought that was an endorsement?
I mean, like, obviously he disagrees with, because again, I don't know if a lot of y'all know this, but like, Kennedy's a Democrat. Like, I mean, like, that's what he is. He ran as an independent because, again, he didn't think that, like, you know.
This is all self-serving, but go ahead.
But what I'm saying, he didn't. Obviously, he knew that, you know, Joe Biden was still running and he wasn't going to step down. And, you know, so in which case he disagreed with them on several things, just like he disagreed with Trump on a shit ton of stuff. So he decided to run as independent because he has a different worldview of how the world should be ran than they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain problems that, like, both political parties just refuse to address. And so he decided to run on his own. With that being said, the reason why ultimately it came down to endorsing Trump, because for those of you that don't know, the Democrats sued him in almost every state to get him removed off the ballots. And the one specifically where they went at him the hardest was Pennsylvania. And if you know anything about voting, Pennsylvania is the state that pretty much will almost guarantee who wins the election. And so they ensured that he got removed off the ballot in Pennsylvania. So at that point, it became unreasonable to fight these legal battles anymore because he just got through with one in New York and then he was on the way to one in Arizona. And so it got so ridiculous that it got to a point where his flight got delayed in Arizona, and yet the judge wouldn't allow him into the courtroom or hear as the reason as to why he was late. So it's obviously, and this is funny because I'm gonna keep it a buck. When Trump was coming down with all his legal problems, I was like, yeah, this kind of a sham. And like, yeah, they doing all this, you know what I'm saying, just to thwart his political aspirations or whatever. But fuck it, it's Donald Trump. I don't give a shit. And like now it happened to my candidate. And you know, it's funny how life goes full circle. You know what I'm saying? It's just funny how like when the shit happens to your candidate, you know what I'm saying? Like all of a sudden now it's a problem. But when it was happening to Trump, I was like, fuck it, I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? But
this guy is not, and I mean this with all due respect. Okay. He's not stable, bro.
Okay, all right.
RFK is not stable.
All right.
And I mean that for real. I respect some of the things that come out of his mouth, but the dude is not. I cannot imagine him running our country for real as president of the United States. That would actually be a very scary ass thought.
You got to give me some examples.
I'd rather, nigga, dog, pull up any interview he's done and let it run past 15 minutes. The way this man just be talking about nonsense, he talked about a picking up a bear and off the street. And
that is a crazy ass. Hey, you know, my cousin me that shit.
What the fuck?
I was like, yo, this is crazy. Hey, but he trying to stop this Fed from spending money.
I'm gonna be honest with you, and he might be a genius. He might be a genius, but he needs to talk real dumb. He needs to.
No, listen,
bro. You need to have a message that the people can understand where you're coming from, and the way that this man, bro, like take a class, do something.
Hold on, talking about no, because I done heard plenty of conversation. Don't get me wrong. I heard when he was telling the bear story. I think he was in I think they played the tapes from he was doing an interview over it because they knew it was gonna get brought up during the campaign drill.
What was something else he did?
The only real gripes I had with him was he a bit of a conspiracy theorist and a kind of out there conspiracy theorist. But either way, man, we're getting off topic here. So anyway, RFK endorsed Trump. And with that being said, his family basically disavowed him and was all like, yo, I ain't really fucking with him. You know, we ain't fucking with RFK no more. You know what I'm saying? He disgraced his father and like his uncle's name or whatever. In which case, understandable. You know what I'm saying? People have strong feelings about Trump. But with that being said, I would just ask people to kind of think if you're running in opposition to both parties.
Yeah.
And only one party sued you in multiple states to get you off the ballot, and the other party asked you to join forces long before, you know what I'm saying, this even happened, what would you do? You know what I'm saying? And so in which case, if y'all don't know, Trump just recently had a Democrat come on board with him. Some lady named Tulsi Gabbard.
The Democrats have had a whole bunch of Republicans.
Tulsi Gabbard or something like that. So in which case, it kind of seemed like we're seeing a dynamic shift here. I don't know how this is going to play out, but it looks like people are crossing lines, you know what I'm saying? It's still a lot of finger pointing, but it is what it is. With that being said, I still ain't voting for Trump. That shit'll never happen.
So who you voting for?
I don't know, man.
I just want to know, you just not going to vote?
I really don't. I think I still might write in RFK. I think I still might.
Hey, dog, I'm going to be honest. I think that
I still might.
I think it's kind of...
I think it's important for me to do it because again,
this is why I wish we had.
I live in a state where it doesn't matter who I vote.
This is why I wish that we. You're right, but I do think you can. I mean, write in the RFK if you want to. It don't really matter to me. But
I'm saying it shouldn't matter because the state's gonna be red regardless.
It's a factual statement.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. I could vote for fucking Mickey Mouse, my nigga. Like it doesn't matter if you live in New York, California, or Texas, Mississippi, Alabama. It don't matter. Kentucky, Tennessee, it really don't matter who you vote for, bro. Like, you know, them states are going to be their colors. Like, Hands down. I mean, they basically gerrymandered that shit to make sure it happens. So it really doesn't matter. It's going to happen. With all that being said, though, as we decipher through this, you know what I'm saying? I want y'all to understand that I think that the tribalism in politics,
and that's what it is,
has gotten to a point to where like conversations are so ridiculous. I'm telling you, dog, that like I was talking. And you know what I'm saying? Like I said, a group chat, my niggas was getting on me. But one homie in particular, dog, like this shit just, it brings out something in that nigga that like, I was all like, yo, we can't even have a conversation about this shit, bro. Because, you know, he's just real sensitive to anything that isn't like you voting for a Democrat. You know what I'm saying? Or so, because he went off about, remember when Kamala Harris first we knew she was getting nomination? He started going off about how, like, you know, niggas is questioning, like, her credentials and, like, all this other shit. And, like, don't get me wrong, to a certain extent, if you backing an opponent, I can kind of understand you saying that. But niggas did the same shit with Joe Biden. When Joe Biden originally started running and we knew that he was going to win the Democratic nomination, niggas started getting on his ass. You know what I'm saying? It was all like, yo, you talking about the 96 crime bill, Joe Biden? You talking about the Bennett?
But you know, that's what, I mean, and that's fair game. And they should.
And I'm saying, right? But like to this nigga, it's all like, nigga, you don't like, did you hear what Ply said too? Where Ply was all like, you shouldn't be questioning like Kamala or whatever? Or,
I saw that was on the Breakfast Club. I did not listen to it.
But I'm saying like, it's crazy to me to think that like, it really is wild to me that like, just because you question somebody, niggas automatically think you voting for the other nigga. You know what I'm saying?
That's a factual statement.
That's crazy.
That's a fact. I don't like Kamala. I mean, I said I don't like Kamala. I'm gonna be very honest. I don't have enough time to be able to, and I don't think she's honestly even put forth the plan yet that is, you know, that I can even vote on. To tell you the truth, if we voted today, my vote would just be anti-Trump. At this point,
I mean, it's 90% of people.
You know what I'm saying? It would just be anti-Trump.
But that's 90% of people.
You could be Trump's opponent, and I would vote for you. And I don't even know what your platform is. You get what I'm saying? I just know that this guy ain't it. You feel me? He's just not it. And this is crazy because 2 months ago, I was gonna vote for Trump.
I know, which is wild to me.
Because I did not like Biden. That's how much I didn't like Biden.
Which is even crazier to me because it's like.
But you say it's crazy, but it's just like.
To be honest with you, you still ain't really tell me why you don't like Joe Biden. You just be like, that nigga old and gray.
I think that he's not, it's very obvious that like, I think about somebody when we get a call like a serious phone call, 9/11 happens, or we get a call that like might send us into, you know, nuclear war or something. Like, can you handle that kind of situation? You need to be able to fucking conversate with like 6 to 8 people, connect some dots, like really be presidential in that moment and take on that kind of stress that we need. You know what I'm saying? Joe Biden don't look like he's the one doing it. That to me is the problem.
Okay.
And then I saw Trump, and what was the first thing that I said? Hey, if this guy can just shut up.
But shutting up isn't who he is.
It's not who he is. You're right.
So when somebody shows you who they are, believe them the first time.
Somebody tried to kill him, and I told you, hey, after this assassination attempt, it just brought back all the old memories that we don't need this man in office. So let's try something else. We're just gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep trying new shit because what's in front of me is not working. Is what I'm trying to say.
Got you.
That's just the reality.
I mean, no, I hear you because understand this, right? First off, I'm a Democrat. All right, so let me just stress that here real quick because I believe in the democratic philosophy of how to pay bills. My issue is, and the reason why I have such a hard time voting, and it didn't even have to be Kamala Harris. It could have been anybody that they put on the Democratic side is both parties refuse to acknowledge an issue. And the issue is that the government is overspending money and nobody is putting together a plan to slow that shit down. That is our single greatest objective to fix right now. There is nothing causing more harm to the everyday American than the government overspending money and printing more money. It just is. And like as I try to talk to people about it, they act like they don't want to hear this shit. And it's all like, bro, listen, somebody just ran a whatchamacallit for literally the last 10 elections, the last 10 years, last 10 elections. They have stressed that like this is the most important election of our lifetime.
All the time.
Like they stress that shit. And then it's always something. Like this time around is Project 2025. Last time around it was libs are trying to fucking turn kids into like sex slaves and shit. Like every time it's something else, bro. Like I don't have time to fall into this shit anymore, man. Like, I'm not trying to be like a conspiracy theorist or say like, but like for real, some of y'all need to wake the fuck up, man. Like none of this shit that they talking about, I don't think ever comes into fruition. So let's say Trump wins, right? Project 25 goes into effect. Are we supposed to believe there's never going to be another Democratic president again?
To reverse this shit?
Nigga, like, hey, will you niggas wake the fuck up? Dog, I swear I feel like, yo, I know you niggas ain't this stupid, man.
Dog.
Like, dog, it be killing me, dog. I be trying. Like, I just be sitting back listening, seeing these niggas posting that shit, and I just be like, listen, I ain't saying that you shouldn't be voting Democrat, but what I'm saying here is if y'all ain't asking these niggas to fix real problems that are causing real harm, you know what I'm saying? Like actual harm, then like really your vote is pointless. You know what I'm saying? Because like it's a vote with no weight. You know what I'm saying? You literally just voting because you in fear of the opposition. And fear, as we know, is the most powerful tool ever.
But hold on. The reality is that I don't think it's just when you see the opposition and the lengths that it has went and how far it has gone. In my lifetime, let me make this very clear. Mm-hmm. In my lifetime, see, I don't want to make it seem like I'm being too extreme.
Yeah.
In my lifetime, I have never witnessed a group of people try to break into
that's true.
You know what I'm saying? A federal building.
That's some validity is what you're saying.
Come on, man.
Okay, I got you.
That's the problem.
I hear you.
So when you see something like the January 6th insurrection that took place and this man just watching it, like me and you.
Yeah.
Then yes, bro, I can tell you, hey man, we don't need to have that man in office.
No, I get it.
Now, I mean, this is the same dude that on national television said he wants a Muslim ban.
Yeah. Wild.
It's the same. So you got to realize when somebody try to shoot him, all these things start coming back. Man, wait, hold up. Central Park 5, did that not just happen?
Yeah.
Did he not tell Obama that he wasn't born here? He was born in Kenya?
Mm-hmm. As if like you could just infiltrate the highest office in America just all willy-nilly with a fake birth certificate. You know what I'm saying? And niggas believe that shit. Dog, you know what?
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I can't vote for this nigga.
I got you.
So the assassination attempt was really a wake-up call. Like, hey, you know what's crazy? The Democrats probably didn't say, hey, don't My bad. I shouldn't have said that. I'll fucking pod. Delete that.
yeah, we gonna bleep that shit out.
Delete that.
Anyway,
that was a real. Hey, I'm sorry. That was a.
Boy, about to get off page.
I apologize immediately. I'm sorry. You gonna take that off?
Yeah, let me see the timestamp.
Yeah, take that out.
Listen,
crazy.
You know what the my real issue with Trump was outside of like his shenanigans? Because I swear to God, if I'm listen, I mean this, dog, and this shit might get me canceled, and niggas may not talk to me.
Oh shit!
If he had like a real plan, like I'm saying, like my problem with Trump is like
if he could articulate a plan.
How do you niggas not see?
If he could articulate a plan,
this nigga has no plan for anything. Dog, he has no fucking plan, bro.
All right, so I went to go watch a comedian.
What are you niggas seeing?
I went to go watch a comedian on Thursday, right? And she was talking about how Trump really just told us that aliens were real. We just act like you know what I'm saying, it wasn't true. She said somebody just told him in the back room, gave him the breakdown about Area 51. He came on camera and said, hey guys, aliens are real. And all of a sudden we're starting to have hearings about it and and they're telling us how these things are real. And we still act like
dog,
the shit not real. You know what I'm saying? They're like, dog, Trump just be spilling beans that president should not be spilling.
Dead ass, man.
You know
he was supposed to release the JFK files, man.
I think they try to stop him, right? Or they just wouldn't.
Supposedly, when he said that once he saw it, he agreed with the CIA that like it shouldn't get released. That's some whack shit like that. Yeah.
So there's probably some shit that went down.
Probably terrible. God, it's probably terrible.
That would
probably would shake
shake it.
The foundation.
It would shake it. Because it would shake it.
Although again, he said he's promised that he's gonna release the JFK
I ain't gonna
files.
lie to you. I'll vote for it. You can get a guarantee.
Just to see the JFK files. Fuck it, we going to hell in a handbasket anyway. Fuck it, nigga. Let's just get these files out. Listen.
Oh shit.
Listen, man.
Hey, would you do it? If you do for sure
that he could get that he would release the JFK files.
Would you do it? Be honest.
it's tempting. Because I know shit ain't gonna get fixed anyway, so fuck it, man. No, listen, I can't even talk to my niggas.
I want to know. I got flat earthers. I got friends who are flat earthers, nigga. I got friends who are flat earthers. It is a problem.
If you telling me,
I need new friends.
If you telling me, if the JFK files really has like a super bombshell where like it implicates like government agencies in the U.S., I'd probably, and he said he was gonna release it, I'd probably vote for him. Just to see that shit. Just so all the conspiracy theories can be like, yep, CIA is a what was the FBI shit? COINTELPRO and shit.
Yeah.
But they took down, you know what I'm saying, Martin Luther King and shit. All that shit is just some deep state shit that, you know what I'm saying, let's go ahead, let's prove all that shit true. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead, let's put it on the map. Eric Snowden was right. All them boys, Julian Assange, all of them been telling the truth for years. You know what I'm saying? Let's just go ahead and just let the world know that like these niggas been deep stating their own people for years. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and let's rock it. Fuck it. I don't care, man. But getting back to the topic at hand, yeah, back to Trump, dog. I just couldn't. For the life of me, I swear to God, this nigga just doesn't have a plan for anything, and like I just don't see what people see in this man, bro. And like it's creepy to a certain extent how much they love this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It almost makes me feel like Donald Trump is deep state. You know what I'm saying? Because like, God damn,
I don't think Donald Trump is deep state. I think Donald Trump
I don't know if he's smart enough to be deep state.
He's not. He's not. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He's not deep state. What he is just somebody who's able to like, bro, they giving him this shit live. They telling him this shit live, and he's like, nah. I bet you he's like, nah, I can't do that one. Or yeah, let's do that.
No, listen.
Or tell me more.
Okay.
Like you know what I'm saying? I think he's like, yes, no, maybe. I think he's
start bench cut. Yeah, we're gonna start this one. cut that one.
Yeah. All right, bench that for next week.
Bench that for next week.
Bench that for next week.
Hey, you know what? My second reason that like I obviously couldn't vote for Trump is because I don't believe that like. And this is my issue with
he a sick ass
my ultimate issue outside of that shit, obviously. But my ultimate issue is with RFK joining him is like, nigga, he not gonna listen to you. Like,
hey, but RFK got some like wild things in his background, bro. Huh? Like, he got some wild shit. Hey, your boy was like, I'm not gonna like, I don't know what all is true or not, but the things that I've like heard that CNN said it. So I don't know if there's some validity to it, but I'm just saying he has some wild.
Everybody got some shit in their background.
Yeah, but his shit is kind of crazy, don't you think?
Listen, when I heard the bear shit, okay,
no, the bear shit is light. He has some like legal problems.
I can believe it.
He has some legal problems. Yeah. He has some legal problems. Yeah,
bro. Look, man, look.
Something about him, like their. Like the maid that he grew up with, that his family grew up with, that he like bro, he violated, dog. Like you need to research your boy.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
It's like crazy.
He apologized about that. Listen, shit.
What?
Listen.
Yo,
listen.
What?
Listen.
This nigga said he apologized for.
Listen.
Hey, we don't need to be. All right, let's get.
I'm saying he.
You're right.
Though.
You're right. He did.
I'm saying,
you know what?
like,
I respect it.
The making of a man is somebody that can apologize and own up to what.
Testament of a man's the fight that he makes.
I'm saying, bro, come on, like, let's get back to it.
All right.
But anyway, before we get up out of here, I just want to run 2 videos, y'all, because after I run these 2 videos, I want you to watch this first one. It's a talking point from Chris Cuomo. It's from the DNC. So let's run that one first.
Let me reveal a reality to you that has to be spoken to here, okay? Greg, look at the ring of sweets, okay? This is not unique to Democrats. There is a game of money. When people talk about uniparty, we are strangled by the money reality in our politics. Those sweets start at 500 grand. You think there's like a teacher group up in there? You think it's like the Cub Scouts of Columbia County, South Carolina, that's up in those boxes? Those boxes are filled with the same people that they say they're going to regulate. They are literally looking down on the faithful and being told, yeah, we're going to break down on them. We're going to make them pay their share. They paid $500,000, $700,000, $1 million, $1.5 million to have those seats. And the same thing is true at the Republican side. And they're going to take them down. They're going to change how it is. They are looking down from on high at the people who make the difference in their communities. And that is the reality of politics.
Okay. So the first one was from Chris Cuomo at the DNC. Now this next video is from Bernie Sanders. I want you to watch closely where his eyes is when he is talking.
Brothers and sisters, bottom line, we need an economy that works for all of us, not just the billionaire class. When 60% of our people live paycheck to paycheck, the top 1% have never, ever had it so good. And these oligarchs tell us we shouldn't tax the rich. The oligarchs tell us we shouldn't take on price gouging. We shouldn't expand Medicare to cover dental, hearing, and vision. And we shouldn't increase Social Security benefits for struggling seniors. Well, I've got some bad news for them. That is precisely what we are going to do.
Okay. So, if you didn't get to watch it and you're listening to this, when he's saying, you know what I'm saying, the top 1% and these oligarchs, he's looking into the stands. He's looking directly up there.
Yeah.
Okay? Like Bernie Sanders.
I respect Bernie Sanders.
Absolutely, man.
And
He might be the last politician not bought.
Elizabeth Warren.
Maybe, but she get on my nerves sometimes.
But you have respect for her.
I got respect for her. All right. But again, like he might be one of the few politicians that still isn't bought. Yeah. Y'all, I'm just trying to get this through to people. Dog, something is wrong
He's
here.
a Democrat that is a true independent.
But I'm saying,
and he only runs independent to pretty much let you know that he's independent to the bullshit. He's independent to the bullshit. The democratic way of thinking, he's for. But he not taking none of the bullshit. He only wants money coming from the people as funds. He does not want any corporate money. Yeah. None of that. He's not for it. Listen, matter of fact, he runs against it.
Listen, y'all, something is wrong. I'm telling y'all, the Democratic Party that like we grew up believing was for the people, that's not them anymore. It's just not. You know what I'm saying? Now, again,
he does have some wild things, though.
There's always some lesser of two evils. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's always going to be somebody.
I do think that Bernie Sanders will figure it out. I think that he would know very quickly that, okay, like the machine that is how it's meant to be run, he is hurting it. And I think he would alter. Like, sometimes.
But my problem is even still, the Democrats have to figure out a new way now. We ran down the numbers last week. There was a time where raising corporate tax rate probably didn't hurt anything. You know what I'm saying? And they could pay a little more. They're running out of money, dog. Corporations are running out of money. Now you could tax rich people, you know what I'm saying, more, but even still, that's still a drop in the bucket to how much money the government is spending. Neither person really wants to try to fix the problem, but outside of all of that, y'all, there's something wrong with politics. Remember growing up, dog, even if your parents were like diehard blue, they just disagree with the way Republicans did things. They disagree with like giving tax breaks and shit. I disagree with that because I firmly believe that trickle-down economics doesn't exist because trickle-down economics requires people to do things outside of their better nature. No doubt. And they're not going to do that. So obviously that's never going to work. So that's the reason why I can never really get behind that shit. But there was a time where like, yo, we just disagree philosophically, you know what I'm saying? And by the way, the American economy and the deficit in the budget has always done better under like Democratic presidents. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't understand why they don't just run on that shit all the time, but whatever. Anyway, that's beside the point. The point here is something is off. Okay. And y'all have to feel it. It no longer feels like it's a party trying to like solve the everyday American issues. You know what I'm saying? And even if you say that they are, the issue is like they can't see past their own ambitions to just want to hand out free shit. And I'm not saying that like they're doing it on purpose, but they can't see past wanting to help everybody to realize that they're actually causing the most harm by doing that. You get what I'm saying? Like at some point in time, we really do gotta like, you know what I'm saying, strap your boots on, get out there and dig put 10 toes down into the soil and like make this shit happen on your own. Like there's a certain amount of personal responsibility that has to happen from our side in order to like really get out of this situation we're in. Because if we don't slow this shit down, like we're fucked. And at the end of the day, if you know me, you know what I'm saying, that's my biggest issue. Is like I can't see myself voting for any of these parties, the main two parties, because neither one is really trying to fix the issue. And now you got billionaires at the DNC. You wouldn't have seen that shit 15, 20 years ago, bro, because they were the people who they were supposed to be going after.
No doubt.
And now they deep in the DNC. That don't make no fucking sense. Okay.
Hey, well, shout out to Chris Cuomo.
Yeah. I mean, it took him getting fired from CNN.
Why did he get fired? Do you know?
He leaked he didn't do nothing technically illegal, but it was inappropriate behavior. He leaked like information to his brother to help him with his case. So, you know, news reports get stuff first, and he was leaking stuff to like his brother. He was in like some legal trouble.
First of all, I don't know why y'all think he wouldn't do that.
I mean, I swear to God, you shouldn't have let that nigga know.
Don't put him on game.
Seemed like a failure on y'all part.
Yeah, like
you know
what you mean? That's what he's supposed to do.
Nigga, unless my brother on trouble for something hellacious, you know what I'm saying, where like I gotta condemn him, I'm definitely running him like the game, bro.
Hey,
like,
hey, you know she had a cell phone in the back seat, right?
Dog, what the fuck is you talking about? Like, gang, like we
they heard everything.
Hey, hold on, wait. You work for CNN? Oh, we up. Like, what you talking about? Like, come on, quit playing, man. All right. But with all that being said, man, if you made it this far, we thank you for tuning in,
Appreciate you.
Make sure you like,
comment,
and subscribe. And make sure you pray for your boy, because this Thursday, hopefully I'll be walking out of there with a brand new job. With all of that being said, till next time, we out.
Oh, damn.